Amidst the raging pandemic, several people are ramping up efforts to help COVID patients. Some are doing their bit to spread awareness, but sadly, there are still some who are openly seen flouting COVID protocols. These are your two videos on your screens. Let's bring those to you. Left one from Ludhiana in Punjab, where social distancing norms went for a toss at a vegetable market. Vendors and buyers are not adhering to COVID protocols. The government has asked people to stay 6 feet away from others. The Covidiots not only put their own lives on stake, they often prove to be potential super spreaders. And of course, they will be when you have so many people without social distancing gathering. On your right now, Tamil Nadu police busting the fake news and spreading awareness with folk songs and drums in Rameshwaram. They're also wearing a normal coronavirus-like helmet to enforce discipline amongst the commuters. After last year's misery, migrants are returning to their native villages once again as several states remain under lockdown. In UP's Maharajganj, it's a twin story for migrant workers who have returned to the village. It's not just earnings running dry, but also the fear of infection that haunts them. Take a look.
This is 25-year-old Rameshwar, a resident of eastern Uttar Pradesh's Maharajganj. For him, the second surge coupled with lockdown has brought back terrible memories.
पिछले लॉकडाउन में बहुत दिक्कत हुआ खाने के लिए भी हर चीज़ के लिए कोई संसाधन नहीं था घर से पैसा की भी तरह ट्रक से लॉरी से ऊपर चढ़ के आना पड़ा इसमें मुंबई गया था वहाँ पे भी ऐसी प्रॉब्लम आना चालू केसेस ज़्यादा बढ़ रहे थे तो मैंने सोचा लॉकडाउन लगा इससे अच्छा तो घर ही पे निकल आया उधर भी काम नहीं चल रहा था
He isn't alone. Like him, many have returned to their native villages.
Jai Kishan has been working in Ludhiana, Punjab's Ludhiana town. But since the lockdown was imposed and there was uncertainty how long it may go, he came back here in eastern UP's Maharajganj district all the way from Ludhiana. जब आप चले थे वहाँ से आपके साथ कितने लोग थे जो लुधियाना से चले थे?
अरे लगभग मान के 1000 लोग थे।
सब चले थे एक बार में?
ट्रेन से आए थे हम तो। जैसे कि यहाँ पर मान लीजिए अब रोजगार तो है नहीं, मजबूरन तो बेरोजगार है तो जाना ही पड़ेगा वहाँ पे। तो रोजगार होता तो यहाँ कोई नहीं जाता।
Maharajganj villagers on their part ensured that those returning were isolated for 14 days.
वो सबको बताया गया कि आप अपने अलग परिवार से अपने कमरे दूसरे कमरे में रहें।
तो मान रहे थे सब नियम?
हाँ, अधिकतर लोग माने सर।
For these migrants, apart from COVID-19, there is another big worry.
ये जो चल रहा है टाइम, इसमें थोड़ा दिक्कत आ रहा है क्योंकि कमाई धमाई है नहीं और घर पे बैठे हैं अपना किसी तरीके से चला रहे हैं रोजी रोटी।
और कितने दिन तक ऐसे चल सकता है?
और कितना दिन बस मुश्किल से वही बस महीना दिन चल सकता है इसके बाद और आगे तो सरकार जो चाहेगी करेगी।
Fear of pandemic and lockdown, the migrants yet again came back to their places. Been more than a month, still they are uncertain how they are going to survive, how they are going to battle not only this pandemic but also the challenges of their bread and butter. Most are uncertain going back to big town like Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore. But now, here, they are still facing the crisis, financial crunch, and the biggest challenge of survival. With this ground report in eastern Uttar Pradesh, Maharajganj, with Amitesh and Sanjay Kumar, this is Ashutosh Mishra for India Today.
Where is the vaccine? That's the big question. Doctors are recommending getting jabs, but there are no vaccines. After Maharashtra, now Delhi has reported it has run out of Covaxin. Ruling Aam Aadmi Party leader and MLA Atishi claimed that Covaxin stock in national capital is completely finished for the age group of 18 to 45. Ruling party has said that healthcare and frontline workers and those above 45 years of age, only 5 days stock of Covaxin is left. Covishield jab stock is left for 4 days. Meanwhile, Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy has written to Prime Minister Modi, pointing out the shortage of Covaxin in the state. He's also urged the transfer of Covaxin manufacturing technology and provide the viral strains so that production could be ramped up. This is coming after Maharashtra halted Covaxin for 18 to 44 age group due to shortage. The vaccine shortage is also reported from Jammu and Kashmir, where Covaxin is running out of stock, leading to closure of vaccination centers in the Union Territory.
हर्षवर्धन जी को रात को बात की, बहुत तफसील से बात हुई लेकिन सही में केंद्र सरकार के पास आज जो उपलब्धता नहीं है, ऐसा उन्होंने मुझे कहा है। और इसीलिए उनका भी ये कहना है कि दूसरा कोई चारा नहीं है।
Let's now take a look at the ground report coming in on vaccine shortage in Jammu.
My request to the government would be we should be provided enough vaccination so that as this is being rapidly increasing day by day, so this should be at least vaccination should be in the stock so that everyone could get this vaccination shot.
Considering yourself lucky that you got a
Yeah, exactly. This is why I just already mentioned that it's kind of a Tatkal system. If you get the ticket, you are lucky. If not, then you just need to wait for the second shot.
मैंने बहुत ट्राई किया, हमारा आज जाके नंबर लगा है। हमने बहुत बारी ट्राई किया, हमारा बहुत बारी वो डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया और बिल्कुल नहीं चल रहा था। खाली 30 सेकंड्स के लिए खुलता है। 30 सेकंड्स में एक तो इंटरनेट स्पीड ज़्यादा चाहिए और नहीं होता, जल्दी नहीं होता।
This vaccination drive was started here in Jammu and Kashmir as well in only 2 districts, Jammu and Srinagar district. And from May 2, there were as many as 10 centers where people in the age group of 18 to 44 could get themselves vaccinated. But now, if one visits Cowin website, there is only one center that is displaying for 18 to 44 age group, that is Government Girls Higher Secondary School, Canal Road, and the slots are booked there as well. So it's clear that there is shortage of vaccines as far as 18 to 44 age group people are concerned. Initially, a consignment of vaccines was received by the J&K government from Bharat Biotech. People who are in the age group of 18 to 44 are being given Covaxin. It's an indigenously developed and manufactured vaccine, and as many as 150,000 vaccines were received by the J&K government. 75,000 were kept for Jammu district and 75,000 for Srinagar district. But now, after 10 days, it seems that there is shortage of vaccines, and that is why the youngsters of Jammu want that this vaccination drive should be intensified, as this is the only way one can protect himself from the deadly coronavirus. With video journalist Neeraj Kumar, this is Sunil Bhatt reporting from Jammu for India Today.
Amidst the sharp surge in Karnataka, the state is also facing a major vaccine crunch. Unable to get jabs in Bengaluru, the citizens are now booking slots in nearby districts to be able to get their vaccine. Take a look at this ground report by my colleague Nagarjun Dwarkanath.
Karnataka is facing severe vaccine shortage. Long lines, hours of waiting are a common sight at vaccination centers. Bengaluru too is facing a severe shortage of vaccine supplies. More and more Bengalurians, primarily in the 18 to 44 age group, are now heading to nearby districts for inoculation. There are only 4 to 5 government hospital centers allotted for first dose for 18 to 44 and an average of 150 jabs per day. With no option left, vaccine migration has begun in the city.
ಗುಡಿಬಂಡೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿನ್ಗೆ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಬಂದಿರೋದು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಜನ, ಓನ್ಲಿ 4-5 ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಂದ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆ ಥರ ಆದರೆ ಇದು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆಯೂ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸೇರಲಿ ಅಂತ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿನ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು. ಇವಾಗಲೇ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿನ್ ಶಾರ್ಟೇಜ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ. ನಿನ್ನೆ ಒಂದು 3.5 ಲಕ್ಷ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿನು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ.
The skewed digital divide is the main reason. While tech-savvy Bengalurians with laptops and smartphones end up getting vaccine slots 70 to 100 kilometers away. The locals who walk in are being sent back as the slots are full.
The Cowin site has APIs publicly available, and there are many people who have used these APIs to alert other people that slots have opened up. So the moment 100 vaccination slots are open up for a pin code, everyone gets an alert on these groups and books them instantaneously. So 100 slots get booked in like 10-20 seconds. And I think the government needs to fix this and make the distribution of vaccine more equitable.
ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಡೀ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತೆ ನೋಂದಣಿ ಪ್ರಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಆಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ನೋಂದಣಿ ಪ್ರಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಆಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಇಡೀ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ?
The government is yet to act on the burden being faced by vaccine centers in rural areas. Deputy Chief Minister Ashwath Narayan said he would verify the report immediately.
Once the first come first serve basis, the whoever is reserved or booked it on online, the first come first basis whoever is registered online, they get the priority. We can verify whether it has been allocated to different district. The people from Bangalore go to different places. We need to verify.
People from Bangalore are also keen on taking vaccine in rural areas because that will allow them to travel the 70-80 kilometer distance and they can enjoy the drive during the lockdown. Government also has allowed this vaccine travel with bare minimal proof. Nagarjun Dwarkanath for India Today.
At a time when there is a huge rush to get vaccinated, tech-savvy population is turning towards rural India to get jabs. Here's a news report.
A chaotic rush. Tech-savvy folks are turning to villages and small towns to get their jabs. This when the country is missing the target by a mile because of shortages. In around 115 days since the vaccination drive began, barely 11% have been covered with the double dose so far. That's against the goal of inoculating 30 crore priority groups by July. And in this desperation, internet access becomes a matter of life or death. With facilities in cities overrunning, these people secured their vaccination slots in villages and drove in for the injections to major cities of Maharashtra and Gujarat.
हमारा पालघर जिले से ज़्यादा मुंबई से गुजरात से लोग आ रहे हैं। इसकी वजह से हमारे जिले में से जो है और राइवल एरिया है, दुर्गम क्षेत्र है, बहुत सारे इधर नेट का प्रॉब्लम है, तो हमारे जिले इधर के युवकों को लसीकरण से नहीं मिल रहा है। इसलिए हम लोग खुद इधर जो बाहर के गुजरात के और बम्बई से आए थे उनको हम लोग ने उसने देखा।
In Karnataka, Bangaloreans have headed to a small town 70 kilometers away to get vaccinated. The locals, meantime, are sent back because the bookings are over for the day.
ಗುಡಿಬಂಡೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿನ್ಗೆ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಬಂದಿರೋದು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಜನ, ಓನ್ಲಿ 4-5 ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಂದ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆ ಥರ ಆದರೆ ಇದು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆನೂ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸೇರಲಿ ಅಂತ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿನ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು. ಇವಾಗಲೇ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿನ್ ಶಾರ್ಟೇಜ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ. ನಿನ್ನೆ 3.5 ಲಕ್ಷ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿನು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ.
The government has yet to act on the burden vaccine centers in rural areas are facing.
See, basically, once the first come first serve basis, the whoever is reserved or booked it on online, the first come first basis whoever is registered online, they get the priority.
Official data shows that about 600 million in India are connected to the internet. That means the other half of the country's population lacks online access. 55 crore Indians are between the ages of 18 to 45 and they too now can get a shot at life by getting a dose against COVID-19. But there are no walk-in vaccinations that are being allowed right now. You have to go through this route, which is registering yourself and booking a slot online. Well, let me try and do it. I have access to covin.gov.in. I live in urban India and I have already registered myself. But let me try and schedule a jab for myself. If I do a search using the PIN code of the national capital, look at what I find. In the plus 18 category to which I am a part of, there are no jabs available. Whatever jabs are there are for those above the age of 45. Remember, I mentioned no walk-in vaccinations for my age category is allowed. Let me try and check out some doses for the Noida area of the National Capital Region and let's see whether there are any slots available for me here. Absolutely not. It is booked up until the 15th of May as is clear. So no slots available and the only way I can get a shot against COVID-19 is by registering myself. Now think about those people who do not have access to COVID and who do not have the know-how as to how to use COVID to book a slot for themselves. People outside urban India. A vaccine migration spurred by a yawning digital divide.
A vaccination program should be equitable and decentralized, drawing on the strengths of our local self-government institutions. The program should not discriminate between people, based on their tech skill or language skill or on their financial background.
Awareness issues, digital exclusion and urban influx. The country's vast rural population faces the risk of being out of luck in getting the COVID shots, at least for now. With Nagarjun Dwarkanath in Bengaluru and Pankaj Upadhyay in Mumbai, Sneha Moldani in Delhi for India Today.